you can see that the whole system starts to change because on the way relationships change, now offers and requests become better. Because of that, you have clearer promises. Because of those clearer promises, kind of the whole value stream or whatever, the value network you want to call it, starts to change.
Vincent van der Lubbe, it's nice having you here in this interview for BlueDolphin. And for a start, it would be great if you would introduce yourself. Who are you? What's important to you?
Okay, thank you, Michael, for having me on this call. So I'm Vincent van der Lubbe. So as you might hear, I'm Dutch, and yeah, well, I live right now in Barcelona. I work with a small consulting company called Do It Together Architecture, BV. So it's about IT architecture, and we help IT organizations to run more smoothly with their teams. That's what we do. And I think you were also asking, so what's important for me? Well, I guess for me, life is about life. It's maybe a bit of a tautology, but I guess tautologies are true. So for me, it's about living a full life, no? And so most of the life we lead kind of now as adults, and it means that most of the time we spend in organizations, like most of our hours during the day. And what struck me also when I was a child was that, a lot of people are not that happy with their job. So there's kind of a lot of suffering. It's like people are complaining about stuff, things don't really work, so things about fairness or some of the consequences which happen from, the way organizations work. So I was wondering, why does that happen? And it's important to me because, if you want to have a good life, you would like to reduce suffering. But at the same time, there's also a bit more of joy. Because often things, we also, we're dressed in blue, and sometimes you wear a suit, and it's like this idea of professionalism, and that often means you have to be serious, but at the same time, that also sometimes prevents a bit of joy at work. It's like, do we need to be this serious? Can we also have good results while just having a lot of fun? So I've always kind of seen work more as playing with stuff and having fun and learning stuff, and that would be the third thing. How can you learn a lot, having fun, do good work? Yeah, so that's what's important to me, and when we work with clients, it's also what we try to convey or have fun with them, doing good work, reducing a bit of the suffering, and just learning lots.
Yes, wonderful, Vincent, and I'm already looking forward to the interview and the other questions. So, Vincent, we are already at an end of this interview. Thanks a lot for that. At the end, how do you help people? So how can people reach you, and what do you have to offer?
Well, yeah, we're Do It Together Architecture. So what we do is we mainly work with IT organizations, and normally not larger than, like, let's say the team we work with, not larger than 65 people, or the unit can be then split in. So it's not, we're normally not really dealing with the whole organization, which sometimes, BlueDolphin does, is that let's, do large scale change and do the portfolio management for Telefonica. We don't do that. So we focus on smaller teams, and I guess the promise is similar, so that we probably also within a year or so we can also double the throughput of people with the same people. But we also do it with very, very light interventions. And I think that might be a bit of a distinction with some other approaches where we have a very light touch. So we're actually focusing on what people are already doing and helping them with that, instead of doing a long phase where people have to work for us, so we then understand their system, and then we're going to tell them how they can do it better. I said, no, you already know your system. We don't know it. We don't want to know everything. We just want to know what you need to make a next step. And that seems to work pretty well. So what we do see, and that's also consistent with some people who do more in value network stuff or in really good coaching, you can see that the whole system starts to change because on the way relationships change, now offers and requests become better. Because of that, you have clearer promises. Because of those clearer promises, kind of the whole value stream or whatever, the value network you want to call it, starts to change. And with that, you can start building on, let's say, also the larger things about self-organization and maybe some of the rules, some of the maxims is, okay, we organize things or we organize roles this way, but normally we don't start with that. that happens very organically, because people then run into new topics. They said, oh, now this is the most important thing. Now you see, okay, why don't we solve for that right now in that moment? But we're not doing it like 6 months in advance where people are not there yet. So I guess the older you get, you also find out a lot is about timing. So yeah, so if people are in an IT organization, said I'm an IT manager, I don't, I can't do like tons of workshops or get a lot of buy-in from sponsors, but I can start myself with 1 or 2 people, and I have an idea that it might change the whole system. Then let's have a chat, because then we can show you some stuff and see if there's a good fit.
Thank you so much, Vincent. At the end, let's listen to Wolfram Müller, the founder of the BlueDolphin network, how he describes his network.
Okay, what is BlueDolphin? I think BlueDolphin is the first, and the really first, worldwide community of people who want to do self-organized changes based on theory of constraint. Okay, and what is this? In the end, a theory of constraints is all about getting more output in a very short time without adding pressure to the people and additional resources. That's theory of constraints. And the self-organization part is coming to this point, even in huge organization, in a very, very fast way. And our aim as Dolphins is, of course, to share this knowledge and make it available to as many organizations as possible around the world. So our service is being a community, exchanging ideas, exchanging experience, and make this happen. There are friends of BlueDolphin, that's the smallest version. There you get invitations to our gatherings, you get a newsletter, you get coffee breaks, small information bites. And of course, you get all the support you need to get it started. And there's, of course, a paid membership. And if you are a paid member, then you get additionally service. You get access to the whole community, to the whole network of dolphins with all their experience and knowledge how to do it. There will be question and answer sessions. There will be coffee breaks, even more and better ones. There will be knowledge updates if someone learned something. And you get access to our whole body of knowledge. That's something around 2 gigabytes of data. It's books, it's PDFs, articles, it's small videos and useful links, and even Excel tools to get started right away. So you have access to the whole body of knowledge of the whole BlueDolphin network, and that's very valuable, by the way. And the third part, of course, and the third service is, if you want to really get started, sometimes you need to convince your boss, and we are helping in this. And sometimes it's a little better to have some guidance, some coaching through the BlueDolphin process to really get your success as fast as possible. And of course, we as BlueDolphin, we offer help in this. So we are a community from the beginning to the end, just to make you successful and your company. If you want to join, it's very easy. Just open browser, type in https://blue-dolphin.world, and there's a contact formula. Just get in contact, and you're welcome to swim with us in the ocean as a blue dolphin.